Yes, we're talking with Glenn Squeak Washington here, president of the Jets and president of the Highland Park wrestling team, and the head coach of the Jets and head coach of the wrestling team. Glenn, we'd like to know how is it that your program is supported with Highland Park being in such devastation financially?
Well, 2 years ago, the Highland Park wrestling team, which is the varsity wrestling, they cut the sport, which we seemed to not understand when we had turning out state champions year after year after year. But what we do is we go out and we ask the parents to donate and fundraise, and we ask the kids to go out and ask for donations and fundraise. And we also have a lot of folks that were ex-Highland Parkers that are now well-to-do. And when they see these things on Facebook, they come back and want to donate a few dollars here, and they want to see the kids go on and on and on. So the community itself has came back to support the kids a whole lot, and the kids have learned to be self-supportive and self-motivated.
Squeak, would you tell us your story and how you got involved with the wrestling team of Highland Park and with the Jets football team of Highland Park?
Well, the Jets football team, we got involved 14 years ago along with the wrestling with a guy named Leonard Logan in wrestling, and another guy by the name of James Pollard, who asked my son to come out and wrestle. And at that particular time, I was out doing the MMA stuff, kickboxing, all other type of stuff. Also, when we started with the football, Fred Bennett and those guys were involved with the football program. And soon after that, Fred got real ill, and on his deathbed, Fred asked me to take over and be the president. I've been the president of the Little League ever since.
And we noticed that Highland Park does have a lot of negative things going on. How does it seem that you keep a positive face and a positive attitude and seem to have so many positive young men with you?
Well, what happens is what we stress from the Little League, which starts at 7 years old in wrestling and football, is we stress the fact that without the kids, we don't have anything. Without the kids, nobody has a job. Without the kids, we don't have a future. And once we engrave that into the kid's head and we watch a kid develop into an individual who can do things for himself, that's what keeps us driving on, because we know those are going to be our future presidents, teachers, superintendents, mayors, governors, pro football players, college wrestlers, and so on and so forth. And to see that, that's what drives each and every person that's in our program and myself.
You get a lot of donations from the parents, the people in the community. I heard about this guy named Gerard at Central Michigan.
Yeah, Gerard this year is taking an Olympic red shirt. He'll be going for the Olympics in April, trying to make the Olympic team April 21st, maybe through the 23rd. And it'll probably be on national television, so we get a chance to win that. Gerard and the host of other kids are doing a whole lot. Anthony Jones up at Michigan State was all Big Ten, two-time All-State in high school. He's getting ready to get his degree May 5th, and he's going to continue to coach in the college. And we just got a host of football players. We got 3 football players that come through the Jets program who wrestled part-time, but they were football players. They're about to get drafted in the first round of the NFL this year. It's just a host of things that are going real well for Highland Park, but nobody seems to want to talk about it. You know, we talk about the negative, but there are a lot of positive things going on. Okay, once again we took a team that was unfunded this year. We won a district championship. We put an undefeated kid into the state finals. We took another heavyweight who placed 3rd. We're doing a whole lot of things that people need to look at. And you know, a lot of folks put this emphasis on the grade thing and on the school thing. The underlying factor with the schooling is your parents. The better the parent participation, the better your school. And I seem to see that is the biggest difference between our school and other schools, is how much our parents are going to get involved, how much the community is going to get involved behind things, you know. And this is what I like to see more of in the future. Parents and community getting behind the educational process and get behind the sports process, and quit trying to make a separation in between the sports and education. Sports and education go together. That's why you have a sports program in high school. I also like to see the Voc Tech stuff get back to the high school for those kids who may not be as bright as a lot of other kids as far as your ABCs and your basic maths, but maybe they can do something in auto mechanics, maybe they can do something in graphic design.
To the date, How many kids have you sent to college, Mr. Washington?
We're averaging since 1996 between football and wrestling. We're averaging 9 to 10 full ride scholarships a year. But it seems nobody wants to speak about that, and that would have to be as many as any other high school in this state over the last 12 or 12 to 14 years. 9 scholarships a year is an awful lot for full rides for these kids, and those who don't receive full rides, they're receiving 50%, 80%, and so on and so forth. But everybody that comes through the program will attend college if that's their goal, or they will attend military, but they will elevate and go to the next level.
Yes, Mr. Washington, we'd like to know now, what are the kids doing now during the off season? We know that this is wrestling off season. What are the kids doing now?
We basically have an off season training program that we do. We have lifting and conditioning, and we go from place to place wrestling. We have our college wrestlers who come back home and run camps and clinics, and they take the kids from place to place to wrestle.